It's really weird. You just don't really get a sense of what a hospice can do until you need it. And we were lucky that when we needed it, we got everything that we needed. Dad got everything that he needed.
People think coming to a hospice would be the end for them and they may never go home, and I would like to expel that myth.
It is a common misconception that people come in here and they come in here to die. It does happen. We know we do look after people at end of life, but we do also support people to be discharged from the hospice. That could be a home with family members, it could be home with carers going in, or it could be to a nursing home.
I mean, obviously we're helping people at a very difficult time in their life. Some of that is obviously very serious and it can be quite emotional, but it's also about, people have got life to live.
He decided very early on that he wanted to be at home throughout the duration. I was the only one that lived at home at the time, and I was very against it. I didn't want to be the one that walked in and found him dead in the morning, which I think hit home with him really hard. But he was still very against going into a hospice. In the end, I managed to persuade him to let me ring them because I wanted help. But that's not why I rang them. I've got them involved for him. We got Dad in a car, drove him over there. He walked in, and as soon as he walked in, they knew him by name. They introduced themselves, they took him straight to his bed and let him get settled in, and he sat in his chair. He just relaxed. He could see it. I don't know whether it was he felt like he was in the right place. I don't know what it was, but for the weeks before, every time he sat down, his shoulders were hunched. He was just tense. And as soon as he sat in that chair next to his bed, his shoulders dropped. I couldn't believe the difference in my dad in 20 minutes.
I mean, there's something very special about the atmosphere here at Cransley.
So many people from diverse backgrounds with different skills, but we all meet one goal: to make this patient feel more confident, feel happier.
It's a passion for providing the best possible care to their patients as much as they possibly can, and that's really what the team at Cransley Hospice is all about.
The funds that we raise directly help the hospice by providing roughly a quarter of the cost of the end-of-life provision for Northamptonshire, delivered through Cransley Hospice and also delivered through the community team through Hospice at Home.
So where patients have chosen that they wish to die at home with their loved ones around them, then our Hospice at Home team will provide that ongoing support.
Patients, especially at the end of life, they need somebody to be able to talk to. They need somebody to support them with their practical issues, because it could be something like that and it's not letting them move on.
The greatest struggle in the time when the loved one is ill for the family is a growing sense of loss, of letting go, and sheer helplessness. And one of the first things that I do working with families in bereavement support is to help them to have permission to grieve, permission to love and to continue on loving, to not be alone in such a painful and devastating time. You only grieve if you've loved.
If we don't have beds available, I'm concerned about those patients that really need specialist palliative care for symptom management. For those patients who are finding life at home really difficult and need something more, if we don't have beds available, I'm concerned where they go.